Hey there, this is Barton Simmons. I'm here with Trey Scott. It's midsummer, and that means it's Barton Makes Picks time. That's where I'm going through game by game, team by team, week by week, and I'm making prognostications, and I'm determining your future.
Who you got today?
NC State.
Oh.
The Wolfpack.
It's a rebuilding year. I feel like it's a rebuilding year.
The tone was concerning there. I'm more optimistic. I think that there's a lot to be excited about. NC State and the way they've developed NFL talent in the weight room and on the field makes me think that they're the type of team that can overachieve. But I don't know. Let's see what the schedule holds.
Okay. East Carolina in week 1.
That's a win.
Okay.
So let's not even go into it. I think Western Carolina, in fact, is also a win. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
At West Virginia, I was really excited about this one last year, and then it got canceled. What do you think in 2019?
Yeah, I think West Virginia is in a tough spot. They lost a lot off of last year's team. They're losing even more to transfer portal and off-field issues. I think that NC State reloads more effectively than West Virginia here, and so they win that one.
We're at 3-0,
Yeah.
Ball State.
Ball State. I'm good at 4-0 as well.
Okay, great. At Florida State, now it's getting hard.
Yeah, I mean, Florida State was kind of a laughingstock last year, but I think that this is going to be an improved team. I think they're more talented. And NC State is young in some of the areas. I think they are really talented on the defensive line. I think they're really good at linebacker. I think they're going to be, they're obviously inexperienced at quarterback, where I think we're going to see Matt McKay. I just think this is a game Florida State needs to have early in the Willie Taggart era. That's on the road. I think it's a loss for NC State.
All right, so we're at 4-1, going into the bye week. Gonna get ready. We got Syracuse coming up. This is getting a little tough.
Yeah, Dino Babers is scary. I mean,
yeah.
he's put together some really good teams at Syracuse in quick order. But I also think that's a team that is going to have trouble reloading this year. I like NC State to go ahead and win that one, especially that's a Thursday night game coming off a bye. I think they're ready for that one.
Going to Boston College.
This is always a tricky place to play, especially on a weeknight. This is not a weeknight, but this is on the road. And so I think this is a game that is, I mean, you're heading north, a really physical team, contrasting styles from last week when we played this Syracuse wide-open, pass-happy team. Now you got to go try to tackle A.J. Dillon. They'll be prepared for it. They'll be eager for it. I don't think they win. So where are we at?
We're at 5-2. We're going into the bye, still trying to get to bowl eligibility. Wake Forest next.
I think this is a year where Dave Clawson has Wake Forest really ready to sort of exceed expectations. It's a 7-win team by Vegas standards. I think that they will exceed that. I think this is one of those swing games, tough matchup, two, I think, evenly matched teams. I'm giving Wake the win.
Okay, so 2 straight losses.
Yeah.
We're 5-3, Clemson time.
I mean, hey, if anyone can beat Clemson, particularly late in the year, hey, I'm not putting it past NC State to give them a scare, but I'm certainly not going to predict it. I think Clemson wins this one on their way to a 12-0 season.
5-4. We are stumbling.
Yeah.
Louisville, does it get better now?
Yeah, it does, and I do think this is a tricky game because I think at this point in the season, Louisville should be improved. I think Scott Satterfield is a legit coach, but I just don't think they're ready to beat NC State. So we'll give NC State the W.
Finally, bowl eligibility. This is their first win in a month now.
Yeah.
6-4. Thank you. At Georgia Tech.
A game that I think on paper NC State should win, but when I look at this and I look at a Thursday night and late in the season, who knows what kind of a mess Georgia Tech's schedule is looking like right now and what the record looks like. They're trying to switch over from the triple option, but Jeff Collins is such a media guy where he's just trying to create energy around this program. I have a feeling weeknight game, all eyes will be on that game that night. He's going to have them ready. I think Georgia Tech wins that game in an upset.
6-5.
Yeah.
North Carolina now.
See, to me, this is a huge game for NC State because, look, Mac Brown's back. There's a lot of noise about his return and in North Carolina's attempt to rise back up the ranks. So I think this is going to be a game where they're really motivated and perhaps plays into that Georgia Tech loss a little bit because they're looking ahead. So I think that this game is where they assert their dominance in the state of North Carolina. And I think that NC State takes care of business against UNC.
So 7-5 in a rebuilding year.
Yeah.
You don't hate that.
Especially because of all the young talent that's coming back on defense next year. You have a good quarterback with experience returning. I think this sets up well for 2020, 2019, 7-5.